Hey YouTube, happy weekend. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about Top Shot. I'm super new to it and I actually was like, this is the dumbest thing ever until I started looking into it, and it can actually be like super lucrative, and I'm here to break it down and kind of explain what it is. I have a couple really good analogies to try to make you, I guess, understand. I guess from my thing too is I was kind of with the wave of like, looking at NBA Top Shot and you're like, well, damn, if I just wanted to see like Luka pulling up a jump shot, why can't I just go on YouTube and see that instead of paying $150+ to own the moment? But it actually makes a ton of sense to me now. So I had this hunch that I should make a video today and kind of like describe it. So here I am. I'm going to try to put it in layman's terms for everybody that doesn't understand, or maybe like try to put it together for you to understand why this could be the next big thing and moving into the future. So before we get started, all the usual stuff, like, comment, sub, it all helps me grow a lot as a content creator. This month has been absolutely insane as far as growth. My last 3 videos are the best videos I've ever done. I love seeing all the new faces in here. I'm also a full-time streamer on Twitch, streaming every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. You guys can catch me at twitch.tv/LutenLarry. 3 R's. I can't get the regular name, but I have it everywhere else. So thank you guys for tuning into the video, and we're going to get into what NBA Top Shot is and what NFTs are and why they matter. All right, so I think it's going to be important to start off with what an NFT is, and even though the definition isn't going to be super important to us, at least you know what it means, yada, yada, yada. So an NFT stands for a non-fungible token. You could basically compare it to anything like Bitcoin or whatever in that realm. Something, it's basically a digital item that can't be recreated, even though there's multiple moments inside of that NBA Top Shot realm. Let's say like it's one out of, I don't know, 5,000 or something like that. There's only 5,000 minted. They can't be recreated or anything like that. They're one of a kind. So that's what the non-fungible token is. And I kind of want to come back to where I started in the video with when I prefaced and said like, I didn't get it. I'm like, why the heck would I pay hundreds of dollars, or why would I pay to own moments when I could literally just go on YouTube and I could watch, Luka pull up a crazy 3 and drain it, whatever, right? But it actually makes a ton of sense to me now. So that's kind of what I wanted to do in this video, is try to make it make sense to you. And Top Shot is so lucrative right now. I'm not saying in the long term this is a place to put your money and like maybe bank it, but the market is like stupid hot right now. So if you can get a pack for $10 to $15 right now, there's no reason you shouldn't be doing that and trying to make more profit to obviously grow your other portfolios and make money in that way. All right, so I've been thinking about the best way possible to describe what this community is and kind of like what it's bringing to the table. So the first example for people that have been playing Fortnite, I know there's a lot of people in the gaming community that either played or put a little bit of time in, still plays, whatever, right? So I'm gonna relate this NBA Top Shot to like a Fortnite skin, right? So you may think like, right, like why the heck would I pay all this money for an NBA moment, like we just said, right? But think of it as like having a Fortnite account. If you played Fortnite, how much time and money did you put in? You would buy the season, like you buy the battle pass for the season and you get all these different skins. You would just purchase skins, you'd purchase emotes. Like it doesn't matter. You still paid money to that game for a certain scenario. So that's basically what you're doing with the Top Shot stuff, right? So you're purchasing these moments because you want to support, basketball. You love cards. You love sports. You own that moment digitally, and it's like within the same exact wheelhouse as buying something in a video game, right? Or even if you think about it as like, okay, I played Skyrim back in the day. I bought all the DLCs on Skyrim or Fallout, right? You buy the game, but then you're purchasing separate pieces to make the game a different and better experience. People since the beginning of time have been collecting. They're going to continue to collecting. Obviously, the sports card market, the Pokemon market, the collectible market in general is on absolute fire. And even like the crypto market was going insane. We saw what happened with Dogecoin. We saw what happened with Bitcoin. And Top Shot is literally nothing different. As someone who searched for clarity for a long time on this and like really tried to understand what it is, and like I said, it makes a ton of sense to me now. I felt that it was really beneficial for me to make a video, and maybe our mindsets will connect and you'll kind of get what I'm saying and it'll make more sense to you. That's the hopes that I'm getting from this video, is that we're kind of connecting on the same wavelength. Obviously, I'm just here because I want to see everybody prosper. I want to see you make money. I want to make money. So I think this is a great opportunity for literally everybody. All right, so I'm just very briefly going to show you guys like what this website is, just in case anybody that's watching this video hasn't interacted with Top Shot at all. I know it can be kind of confusing, so I'm just going to give you the most brief overhaul of what it is. show you the moments that I have, and then I'm going to show you why this makes sense financially, at least at the moment when I'm filming this video. And you guys are going to kind of see what it's all about. And I think that's really important to get this firsthand knowledge of it, because I haven't seen a lot on it, but obviously we're all in this to make money, and we're all in this hobby to do something great. So this is going to be the landing page right here. If you go to NBATopShot.com, you're going to see that pretty much everything is sold out right now. For example, look, this Zion Common is somebody like lowest ask is $500, right? So you buy a pack for $10 or $14. This is the pack that I bought right here. I've only got one pack, but I got a Devin Booker out of 10,000 limited run of jump shot moment. So you're going to see that in a second, but you can literally see these like going through here, how much money you can make from this. Imagine pulling a $500 card just for paying $14 with something that's on fire like that. So we're going to go ahead and go into my collection. I'll just show you what I have. Obviously, like I said, I have the Devin Booker. I have a Colin Sexton jump shot, and I got a little Joel Embiid in here. All right. So first we're going to start off with what's the difference between CC and what's the difference between LE, right? So as you can see right here, this LE, that's a limited edition, limited run, right? So there will only be 10,000 of these Devin Booker jump shots created all time. So there will never be another one, right? So they never mint this moment again. If you have one of the 10,000, that's it. All right. So then I have this Colin Sexton three-pointer. So I have 14,968 out of 35K plus. The CC basically just means that they're going to continue to make them. There's not a guaranteed number. It's not limited. So they can continue to mint that basically as long as they want. But there's over 35,000 of them currently. Then I have this Joel Embiid. So I'll go ahead and show you guys this Devin Booker. I think this is so cool. I mean, obviously, like, I have my own thoughts on how they could progress this. I think that eventually you could start paying money, right? Maybe pay 15 to 20 bucks, get a little cube of your own, right? So maybe something like this, you know, pay however much money it is to get a little LCD screen inside of it and physically own that moment and trade it in that way. But once you have it physically, you can't use it, yada, 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 yada. It doesn't matter. But I just think that'd be something really cool. I know this isn't beta and it's new, but I would love something like that. So now I'm going to take you guys over to the listing. Here we go. This is my Devin Booker. I have mine set for 750. Obviously, mine's not a crazy amount, and it's not one of the better serial numbers, but people have this listed for upwards of $15,000. So as we scroll down, you can obviously see the top three sales are $15,000 for the first run edition. That man is laughing all the way to the bank right now. Our second most coming in at $1,100 and the third most coming in at $1,000. So pretty ironic that this dude had the 1,100th and 11th, and obviously he made out like a fat rat there too. But you can see that I paid $14 for this pack, and just having this one Devin Booker card right here, I could be on such a huge come up. Potentially, if this rises or it gets more of a market, I can buy a Luka Prism PSA 10 and be out the door for $14. Plus, I have the Joel Embiid and the Colin Sexton shot. So when I'm talking about how lucrative this can be, at least at the moment, like, that just doesn't make sense for you to not spend $14 or even however much. Like, get a little bit of a bag, maybe invest a little bit more while the market's hot, and then slow down. I know from watching a few other videos right now, I know it's hard to cash out, and it's a little bit different because it is in beta, but like, imagine just spending $14 and getting like at least $1,000 plus. That's not an insignificant amount of money, right? I mean, that's kind of like life-changing for some people in the hobby. Just getting $1,000 to go invest. That means you can buy a bunch of raw cards, whatever you do to make money. You can invest that in so many different ways and start making money. So now we'll swap back to my old heads. I'm not calling you old. I'm kind of like leveling with the way you're thinking, because I feel old myself. Because even though I've spent a ton of money on Fortnite back in the day when I first started streaming, like, I get it now. Like, people are going to collect things. They're going to continue to collect things. They have since the beginning of time, right? And this is just the new wave. Everything is digital right now. If you think about it, literally our whole lives are digital. The way we interact with people, especially during a pandemic, right? Like, everything we do is digital. So to have these non-fungible tokens and to be able to own this, like, Top Shot does a lot of really cool things to bring a community together. I was listening to a take last night of Mark Cuban kind of talking about this, and he's like, it's a collectible, end of story, period. And another thing that he said that he really looked for in things like this, like, because obviously it's hit or miss. Sometimes you put money into things, they fail. It's just like the stock market, or if you play, you know, sports betting or doing anything else. Like, it's easy to lose money. Sometimes things look better than they seem. But right now, Top Shot looks completely foolproof. I mean, I don't know anybody that wouldn't spend $14 to make potentially upwards of $100+, right? It just makes sense. As entrepreneurs and business people, I think most of us in the hobby, unless you're a diehard collector, we are all in this to turn a profit and also enjoy the hobby. So where I said I wanted to level with my old heads that are maybe watching this, like, I get that it just doesn't make sense to you. But another thing you can think about, right? So let's say you collect sports cards, right? Let's say you have a bunch of slabs. What's the difference between you physically owning that slab or just like printing out a picture and saying, okay, that's it? That's another thing that Mark Cuban was saying that made like a ton of sense to me, right? Like, what's stopping you from just printing out a picture, throwing it in a picture frame and calling it a day? It's that Panini printed it and it's a limited run, right? We enjoy collecting these things. We enjoy the market. So just getting your brain to wrap around this idea of a different realm and different times, I think is going to be so important, because as the world continues to evolve, as businessmen and entrepreneurs, we need to figure out a way that we can evolve as well. Because I'll be honest, when I heard about Top Shot, I thought it was really, really stupid. And I heard about it at least a month ago, like before it was like exploded to the point where you have like a 200,000+ person queue. But I did not think that I was like, man, that is just so dumb. Why not just watch a YouTube video? Like, it made no sense to me. But after being involved in all this, I think that it could be a very great thing. All right, so I've basically gave you everything that I had in my thought process about going through this. Like I said, I kind of contemplated on it, and I'm like, it's $14. And then I pulled the Devin Booker, and I started learning a lot more about this. I'm going to continue to get educated and meet more people that do Top Shot. If you guys have some experience or there's something I didn't touch on, I think this will be a huge opportunity in the comments section for everybody to connect and kind of share their wealth of knowledge. So now we're coming to the other point in my title of why you should invest. And I've already said it throughout this whole video, right? Why would you not want to make money? If you can get lucky enough, it's basically like winning the lottery right now to get a pack. Go in the queue, you get the random number, you get the pack. Why not spend $14, $10 to potentially exponentiate your money? Right now, the market is just so hot that it just doesn't not make sense to do this. Even if it takes you a little bit of time to cash out on this, if you're going to make $500 to $1,000, you should 100% do that and then take it out and put it wherever you want. Maybe you end up liking Top Shot. Maybe you watch this video and you're like, wow, like I actually want to become a part of this community and be a part of it. Maybe I enjoy owning digital collectibles. I don't know. Nobody knows what the future is going to hold. This is all so new, but we can all see a track record of how well that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all of that has done in the past. And I think that's so huge to watch this trend of NFTs and how people like this. And, you know, Top Shot has their challenges and all of this. So from my standpoint, I see it as a completely risk-free investment, and I'm super happy to be a part of it. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Hopefully you guys can kind of see where my mind was. And like, obviously when you watch these types of videos, it doesn't make your mind up for you. And I'm not trying to sway you one way or the other, but through my thought process, and you can see what I've pulled out of these packs, like for $14, I know I could sell that Devin Booker moment right now for we'll say minimum. Like, I know I have it listed for $750. Minimum, I could pull off a $75 transaction right now. So to me, I don't know, it's a no-brainer. If you can get in the queues and be available for the drops, why not try it? Why not try to make a little bit of money? If you're in this market, I mean, you're in it for the long haul and you enjoy making money. So thank you guys for sticking through my little rant. I kind of just had this hunch today that I really wanted to talk about this. This was kind of like a really off video for me. And I've put out more content in the last week than I have in a long time. So thank you guys. If you guys are coming back from my channel to watch this, thank you for the support. If you guys are coming in and you're brand new to the channel and you guys made it this far, thank you for listening to my piece. Hopefully that you listen to this, you invest and you make some money, and you know, we can all eat out here. So thank you guys, man. Like, subscribe, comment, share it to your mothers, your grandmothers. You know the business. So thank you guys for watching. Have a good rest of your day.